Oh, I couldn't see that it started because of the glare. Okay, now I'm going to be driving into an area in Windsor called Walkerville. It was also once, like Sandwich, its own town. And now it is part of the city, or it has been for quite some time, but was originally its own town, created or originated by Hiram Walker, who owned Hiram Walker and Sons Distilleries, which made Canadian Club whiskey, very famous whiskey. Still is to this day, I believe. So the family, long time ago, well, they haven't for decades probably, been a part of the business. They were bought out a long time ago, and it's changed hands a few times at least. Now I have no idea who owns it. They also have Wiser there. And I think one other product, I can't think of what it is. Anyway, so this isn't a bad area. It's not too shabby. There's a nice church up here. This area right here is probably the nicest. I'll go around like a square area. That's probably the nicest part of Walkerville. I believe it's right here. Oh, that clock, it's a little bit behind, but it says about 3. It's 3:15. At least they kind of kept it up. Yeah, right around here, that's St. Mary's Church. Really nice church. I've been inside of it. Beautiful woodwork in it, for sure. Here's Kildare. Well, I'll go around the street, too. It's really nice older homes in here. This guy's parked on the wrong side, but anyway, I'll just kind of go around in a circle. I think some in this area, more like the south, they call it South Walkerville, or have names from areas in World War II, like World War I. Somme, Ypres. They're all names of cities, towns in, I think, France and Belgium. Now we'll go left up here. It's a good size middle part of the church for sure. My wife's cousin got married there a few years ago. Okay. This one up here, Argyle, yeah. I always remember because of Argyle sucks. See, these are good sized homes actually. You think they would be renting rooms or whatever, apartments, but they're single family homes, most of them. Some of them might be divided up somewhat, but most of these are just individual families on them. Yep, some really nice older homes in here for sure. And a well-known park, Hiram Walker. It's called Willisted Park. Willisted Manor is and that's where he lived. And I believe his family handed it over to the city. I'll let this guy's gonna go anyway, I knew it. Handed it over to the city as a park. And really, this is probably the nicest street in my opinion. Holy Christ. People are like double parked. How could they be parked on both sides of the road here? This is allowed? Jesus. I don't see any no parking signs. I guess if you have money, you don't have to freaking have any rules. It's crazy. I don't know what I did when I was on yard waste and that in here. A lot of nice homes, but no, they should have alternate parking one side to the other every other month, but they don't. Yeah, I like the variety. I like old neighborhoods because of the variety of homes. Someone's working on that one. Maybe a better view, maybe. There's Willisted Manor right there. the city owns it, and they do tours and different events and stuff there. They have something at Christmas, and it's really a nice park, a good-sized park. They have art in the park outside there every year, and usually the first weekend in June, I think. So that's weather's usually good then. It's a lot of exhibitors. And that was a good part of Walkerville. You kids have the right of way, but you should be on the street though. Now I will go across, and it'll be like night and day, going from upper middle class, pretty much on that, especially that one street, to probably lower middle class at best. Okay, oh, there's the doggies. I love dogs. They're so cute. Where they look like they're smiling when they're walking, they look like they're happy. Okay, do I zigzag here? Yeah, okay, that's what I do. I knew it was a road over there by the beer store. Oh, it built up. I don't remember seeing that warehouse there before. Warehouse store, I guess. Some other stores. Yeah, and the problem is, since I don't live in Windsor, it's, wouldn't make any sense really for me to drive in to do this on a Saturday or Sunday. Maybe if my wife is working overtime some weekend and I'm not, I'm off, I might do more of this. So this is a poorer area compared to where I just was in Walkerville. You'll notice a difference. I mean, not all the houses are crappy. I mean, it depends on the individual in this area, pretty much. This guy's flying down there. But they're old too, but they're not, as nice. But actually, this stretch isn't too bad. And this, once again, was one of my old recycling routes. It has a certain smell over here. I don't know what the hell that is. It's like a bad smell. Alright, that's good. Oh, there's a cat. Okay. Go down Albert. This is just like a stone's throw from the other neighborhood, basically across the street. I mean, it's not bad. Like I said, it's individual homeowners. Some people are really keeping up their property well. Actually, I think it's improved though since the last time I've been here. I seem to remember it being a lot worse, but it's actually not too bad. But the economy is a lot better now, eh? So that makes sense. Until we hit this virus, so more people working, they can afford to keep up their homes, buy homes, whatever. And I find when you're owning, you have a tendency to care more because it's yours. I mean, a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of renters, they don't really give a shit. And it should be up to the landlord to keep it up. Maybe not like cutting grass and stuff, but condition of the front porch, for example. Okay. This area, we're not in Walkerville. I can't remember what the hell they call this area. Ford City, I think. It's just like a nickname, because there was a Ford foundry on Droulard up here at one time. They've been around forever. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, it just closed. I think it'd been there since probably the 1920s. Strange out. Oh, it's closing, and that's it. Okay, I got time here. pull in here and shut this off. Oh no, I'll leave it running for a bit. Check out Droulard Road. Oh, looks like we got a cop or someone coming. Unless they stop someone up there. Oh, I know. I'll go by Chrysler. You can see the... and there won't be any traffic because they're off too until mid-April because of the virus. I think he stopped. It's hard to tell from this distance. Or is he moving? There's a cop up here. I don't know if you can see that, but I don't know. No, I think he's had someone pulled over, or else there's something going on at a house. I'd see some action. For once, it might be a little bit interesting, my video. Yeah, I'll go by the minivan plant and then shut this thing off. Droulard and Seminole. Yeah, the traffic does seem, I don't know, a little bit lighter, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what's going on up here. Maybe I'll catch it with a camera. Phone/camera. Whenever I'm taping or videoing, oh, it's an ambulance there. And a cop. Maybe someone got stabbed or something, or shot, who knows. Oh, another cop. Oh, they got someone. He looks like he's kind of wasted. Yeah, it looks like he's kind of doesn't really know. I don't know why they didn't really need all that. It just looks like he's, you know, a little bit out of it. Who knows? Maybe someone saw him passed out on a bench or something and just kind of wasted. Yeah, this is kind of an area of further back actually, but known for prostitution and drugs. Whether it still is, I don't know, probably, but one in another area of the city. It's known for that. The other area is just west of the downtown. And also on parts of Wyandotte, actually not that far from Walkerville. It used to be anyway. So there is the Windsor Assembly's official name. It's where they make the Dodge Caravan minivan and the Pacifica van plant. Now they're idle because of the coronavirus. Apparently their union, the head of their union, thinks it's okay for them to go back April 14th. Because he said, well, it's a big place and people aren't, you know, close to each other anyway. But I've worked there before as a student. And yeah, there is, you know, you're not on top of each other. You're working at different parts of the assembly line, sub-assembly and whatnot. But you are, I mean, just passing someone going to the washroom, going to the canteen, they call it like a cafeteria. There is, you know, maybe not direct contact, but you do get within 6 feet of someone, though. It's inevitable. There's freaking about 4,500 people per shift on each shift, afternoons and day shifts. So, I don't know, like, oh, whatever. I guess money talks. But they were planning on eliminating the third shift anyway. So I don't think it really hurts them to lose a few weeks of production. They probably are overstocked. Their inventory is probably backed up. So this is Grand Maris. I don't know if this is getting kind of long, but we'll see. And this would be going towards where I used to work. follow around the service road. That's what I'll do. Alright, I'll shut this off and turn it back on so it's not too long. Part 2 completed. Oh, Jesus.